Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Let me explain to you the reason why I am the way I am inside your tainted views, my failures and my victories. Situations that I learned can trigger me. Decisions that I've regretted instantly. Ways that I've grown and how I move differently. Listen close if you're into me. I'm guarded, I'm open, I'm struggling. Making the adjustments to this new dating world that's...
Yo, welcome to another edition of the Rellz Relaxation Hour. I am your host, Rellz, and I am here with Blacco. What's going on, Blacco?
What's going on? How you doing, man? Yeah, weekend was cool, laid back, didn't do too much, just trying to prepare for today, that's all. We gotta talk about FanDuel. We're gonna leave FanDuel alone. Straight like that. FanDuel robbed me for the past 4 or 5 days. So I'm all right, I'm good. That's right. I'm taking the app out my phone. We good.
Oh, even worse. They should have never brought it to New York, man.
Nah, I'm all right. I'm gonna step back for him. I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Your feelings are hurt.
Your feelings are hurt, man.
Can we shout out the player who messed you up?
Nah, we're not gonna do that. It's all right. You just bring too much negativity to the room right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. What's up, Queens and NYC podcast? Me this weekend had a pretty good weekend. The weekend was really relaxing. I didn't really do too much. I laid up. I just chilled.
I see you out partying though, man. You out partying, have a good time. You do a photo shoot. I'm trying to be like you. You know what I'm saying?
You was in the photo shoot.
You're not talking about me right now. You talk wrong thing. You're not talking about me right now. Talk about you.
We went out to celebrate my man's birthday. Happy birthday, Irvin. We was at some place in Yonkers called South of Denver.
I don't know what that is. You know what that is?
Nah, it's
2 out of 3 right now. What the hell
it's on McLean. It's like a nice little Latin spot. It was cool. It was cool for what it was, though. But I ain't gonna front like 11 o'clock, and I'm ready to go home.
I'm old now. I can't hang out no more.
It hurts.
I was like that in the garage last week. I was in the garage sitting there like this, like, why I'm here?
I can't drink dark liquor anymore.
Nah, it's over.
It hurts. It hurts. It's like even like going. Going to work. Like if you saying I'm hanging out all night and going to work, man, it's like the absolute worst.
Listen, man, being in the garage. And garage was lit. It was Troy Ave was there. You had Freeway there. They rocked the mic. Well, Troy Ave, he did 1, 2. Freeway rocked the mic. He did his 1, 2. I'm jamming. After the third song, I'm tired. Like I couldn't do it no more. I wanted to go home.
I'm sitting here like literally sitting there like.
Now you not know.
Nah, it's like a fiend. Like I'm not even. I'm tired. I'm just tired. You know what it is? It is. As I'm saying, I'm gonna be 40 this year. It hurts, man. Everything hurts when I sleep, man. Like I need sleep. I cannot hang out like 12, 1 o'clock no more.
Nah, summertime you might catch it. I'm outside. We've been in the house for 2 years straight. I'm outside.
I might be outside, but it's gonna be during the day though. Once the sun go down, I'm family bro. The street days, I'm gonna give it a little bit more than the street light.
It's 10 o'clock, yo. What y'all about to do?
It's like 10:30. What are y'all doing right now? Like,
but I mean, it depends. Streets is wild right now. You know what I'm saying? So
that's another thing. We're gonna get into that.
I don't want to get into that, honestly, yo. I love my bird. My bird got me looking at it crazy right now. So
a lot of things going on right now.
I know people in Brooklyn. Y'all bird was wilding too.
Always wilding.
Always
wilding. That's an all year round thing.
Now I think the Bronx was speaking though.
Nah. Brooklyn shoot more when daylight saving time thing. Our producer agency he tells no lies. He ain't giving me saying no.
Word, I don't think those they know nothing. Usually
the other time it's like, yo, Brooklyn is the best. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Listen, it's crazy up here, up to the same area and all that. We used to be the quiet part. To some extent. Yeah. Now I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with it. It's either on Oldhamville, Gun Hill. Yeah, facts. Back in the day,
you have to be able to go back outside now. That's what it is too.
Back in the day, either war and all that, or co-op. Now everybody's wilding. So it's just like, all right, y'all trying to tell me to stay in the house. I get it. It's all right.
All right, so before we get started, let me give a shout out to all the sponsors for the show. First of all, Sayings by Butter. Shout out Sayings by Butter, Bobby B Customs, PSD Contracting Services, Peace Loving Light, I Am Her Creations, Linden Coin Laundromat, Rhinestones in a Box, and of course 2920 Clothing. You can check all of these products out on Instagram. Everybody has their own Instagram. I'll send you the link when the show is over with. But those are the sponsors, and we appreciate your service always. As far as now, let's introduce the special guest in the room. He is I'm gonna call him an icon at this moment.
Oh no,
we bigging you up early. We gonna big you up early. It's not even 10 minutes ago. He's putting the Bronx on the map. Stayed in the Bronx.
I'm gonna do one more. Right now, we talking to the mayor of Uptown.
I have to say as well too. So far, the biggest guest we've had on the Rellz Relaxation Hour too. Give a shout out to Mugzy Mcfly. It's here somewhere. It's here. A lot of them from Brooklyn.
Don't show me love. Don't do that.
Well, thanks for being a guest, man. We greatly appreciate it. Definitely.
Of course, man. Why not?
How's everything with you?
Pretty good, man.
One hell of a way to look at it.
I'll tell you the truth. I mean, especially with this kind of lifestyle, like the business shit, to go back to the right. First of all, don't really care about that. Don't need to work.
Definitely, especially with all of this COVID and all of this stuff. It's always good to stay positive and keep your head above ground.
Definitely.
So my first question to you is, what made you get into the whole fashion scene?
Good question. Honestly, I feel like the whole growing up tough and I didn't have it made me want to go into fashion. Like Biggie raps about it. Like I really had jeans, and I had to finesse the order. And like my favorite one, I got to say that for Friday because it's hot outside and put in the right sneakers. And you have to clean your own sneakers because back then the jeans would bleed on the white up. So I mean, I lived that. Finding out that the alcohol pad cleans it, but if you clean too hard, it might put a hole in it. I learned all of that. So I was a victim of circumstances. So I liked clothes, first in the sneakers. I got my shirt and kept going on what I could afford. And the store just kind of went to be like that. I cared more about what I could wear than job than the job.
So my question, that you said that, you went through the whole circumstances. Did you have any other besides inspiration to do this besides the circumstances? You got people out there that go, yeah, I want to do this clothes. I see him do it. I seen her do it. I think I could do this.
Well, no, absolutely. Like even I had a bunch of friends that the summer after I graduated, I couldn't get a job. I didn't get clothes, and I never knew anybody direct that happened with the clothes. But I would say, even before that, the very first spark ever, I was in Soho before I even knew it in Soho. And guys were skateboarding up and down, and he had a shirt. I'm a big fan of Ralph Lauren polo. He had a shirt with a polo tag, and the polo man had a gun with him. Oh wow! And I'm like, I got the gun with me. I'm like, wow, you got that shirt. Me and my man, which we both had it. All three of us had the clothing. Which is crazy. And I'm like, yo, we got it from only naked. Brought it back to some mall with sleep upstairs, selling clothes downstairs, and it's just like, wow, I've never been behind the brand before in my life. And I got a shirt, and I got a shirt for years, and that was a very big spot that I did. Fuck it, I can make clothes. Yeah, so that one, I don't think I really shared that one as much, but I remember it recently like that.
Nah, damn, that's see, ladies and gentlemen, that's inspiration right there because, like you just said, a lot of us never been on that been in that doorstep. Usually, we gotta go around, we gotta ask people, how can we do this, how can we do that, and there you have it. He just told you like, yo, you gotta go through certain circumstances to make you push that drop, and
it's crazy because you won't even think growing up that you can make it. I remember, creating the shit, stop, those. Whatever, firefighter, policeman. I don't like none of this shit.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
I could be it for getting fly. I can make money over getting fly. That's now my boy's a mailman.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I appreciate him very much.
And it's crazy you just said that because last week, week before, we actually spoke about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always tell us to be a lawyer, doctor, and all that stuff. Mailman, just like, partner. And at the end of the day, that's not something that we want to do.
Yeah. Some of them.
Yeah, like some of us don't want to do. Like you said, some of us.
Come on, man.
Listen, Jada will be quick.
You ain't getting no mail for the week.
Nah, that's it, man. That's it.
I use FedEx anyway. You're right.
Oh,
wow. They give me the tracking numbers. I'm sorry.
I'm going to give you tracking numbers to first of all.
But nah, like, the whole code thing, like you said, we would never thought back in the day, damn, we can do this, we can do that. Hell, shit. Look at the 2920. We would never thought that was something that we can do. It's just something that you sat down and it just happened.
I think that's the best way. I feel like you prepare for whatever.
Let me ask you a question. How did you feel the first time you seen somebody wear something?
I'm gonna tell you, I still feel the same exactly. Like, wow. I still feel it because like I still feel like I'm that boy in the room, graduated, St. John University, 4-year degree, bachelor's of accounting, can't get a job. College is the biggest receipt you ever got. It's the most expensive receipt you ever get in your life. I'm never getting my money back. It's a burden for life. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm still that guy in the room watching backyard again because I ain't got no job interview this week, and I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting till everybody comes home so I can go outside and play ball. It's like now to be like, let me get that. I want that. Seeing rappers hit me for sneakers and stuff like that. Like dude from Bel Air that plays Carlton. He just bought the. He just asked. He's in love with the sneakers and he wore it, tagged and everything. It's just crazy to think about it. Like Jim Jones will hit me in the DM for sneakers and put it on TikTok. Like it's crazy. Like I still can't really. It don't really add up sometimes. But every time I just see a cracker outside. Wow, you check me over my shit. I appreciate that shit. It's always the same thing.
And the name is Mcfly. Because I'm asking this question. I'm a big Back to the Future fan. So when I heard the name Mcfly, I was like, where did that come from?
There you go. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
So Mcfly is an acronym, then you can't fly like you.
Nice.
And it's also like Back to the Future 2 is very, very heavy with me. The whole trilogy, everybody don't really like 3 as much.
2 is the best one.
2 is the best one by far. But like the idea of being like futuristic and him caring so much about his future, which I felt I was being an accountant, I cared so much about my future. And then end of the trilogy, you realize that you can be time and time constraints you, and that's what I aim to do. Because you being a rapper, you say you can't be an older rapper than deserve and kind of change that. Basketball, LeBron is 37. That's not old, really, but in basketball,
that's what
old.
Like
you get old, but in fashion. 80, 85, 80. I wanted to do something that time would stop. I could do this for 20 years and then I fucking run Louis Vuitton. So I want to be time.
Nah, that's seen out there, yo. Mugzy Mcfly, I'm like, hold on, I know the Mcfly name. Because even when I insult people, I'm like, hello, Mcfly. That's the movie. That's my movie right there. So I was like, I gotta ask the question.
Nah, it's definitely heavy homage to that. I'm a fan, I love it, and I appreciate it back. And a couple of things I throw it in there, just an Easter egg. Like I have a shirt with a DeLorean on it, and even like the idea of my sneakers being like my last sneaker is not as just the first one. I want to go that sock kind of design, high top. I was already inspired by it.
Wait, that's the kicks right there?
Yeah. They normally light up, but they're not charged.
Nah, after the show, I gotta check those out. I've never seen those in front of me in person, nothing like that. So I'll definitely gotta check those out. You understand? Back to the Future is one of my many movies as a kid growing up. Like, yo,
I was Marty for 2018 Halloween. I had the jacket too. Those I had the hat.
They lied, man. They lied about it.
goes into these design events? What's your inspiration? Like, where do you grab your inspiration from?
All inspiration to me for clothing, because I think the biggest problem people have with making clothing is they look at clothing to make clothing. That's not it. You gotta think of life. Everything I make is from life. Every single thing. Like I said, it's pretty how it's related back to the future and my experiences with that, what it did for me. The other sneaker is based off, I wanted to go back to 93. I went to the future and then went to the 90s. The top one kind of looks like a 9-5. The color, orange is my color, blue, orange and blue is the color of New York. The green thing, how much to the island or Jamaica. And then gray, instead of everything being black, gray is probably like the sexiest color of the food. And I wanted the both these songs to give it a high fashion, but it's really fun. I don't think I ever told anybody about it.
Yeah, the Rellz Relaxation now exclusive. But
so like, all right, so I have that jacket right there with one of those trunks where there's money print, and I call it ATM gym because I used to travel and I wore a shirt, and I believe that if we don't speak all the same language, money is the language. I walk somewhere and I just have money. No matter how threatening I look, if I have the money, that what can we do for each other? I go to the airport, I have that shirt on. Everywhere I go, I see that old seats. But they know all the money, and I feel like the money is for me. No, actually, so everything I made is kind of the reason why it's that color, it's that size, it's that shape.
And everybody, y'all know I'm usually talking a lot of shit on our podcast. Right now, I'm like speechless. I'm just.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, for anybody who's looking to start a clothing line, this is exactly how you get a blueprint from one of the best ones right now. Like, honestly,
that's another thing. I really want to be that guy for people who want to because I didn't have anybody I could look to. If I looked towards them, I didn't know them in real life. I could write them. So I want to be able to set the tone and give those info of ways to go about doing yourself. Because I'll tell you bullshit. I don't want to tell you bullshit. You magic to you. Like, you love it, do it. Don't cost you, do it.
So I read that you started your clothing line with a $1,000 credit limit.
Yeah, so again, man, I'm from the Bronx, single mom, living basement apartment type flow. So honestly, it was just awesome. I want to do this. I have one credit card, and I hate credit. I have nothing. It was $1,000 limit, but I probably spent like $120 on it. You know what? If I want this, I printed out 6 samples. Probably was able to produce like 2 runs of shirts and 6 samples. That was all I started with. And those 6 samples, I took them everywhere for every show, every showcase, and showed them, shot them a million times. And eventually, if you ordered it, I just go make it to order right away. That's what I was doing until eventually I caught some steam and I actually stopped.
So when you started with clothing, what's the first thing you start doing? A lot of people start with vinyl, start embroidery, direct the garment. What was your first?
So all right, before you even get the clothing, the brand, the first thing I started with was Focus. But I don't know what it was. I ain't gonna just St. John's all the credit they gave me the money. But I thought I need brand awareness. So let me make a phone case because guess what? Everybody has a phone. Everybody has a phone case. You have this with you more than any clothes. This is have more wear and tear and with me more than any piece of clothing I own. Exactly. Right. So I'm like, all right, let me get you there. And right after that, I went to actually I didn't do screen print on vinyl. I went high. I went for combination, which is like those shirts that's all around print, like that blue shirt and last time. Okay. That's all around print. Okay. So it's like it's laid out, it's wrapped, it's printed, and then sewn together. So the cost is more expensive. And I tell people I started in 2015. That shirt, a sample of that is like $45. Doing a bulk order is a lot cheaper, but selling it is I sell it $65 from making it to order. Everybody else I came from the brand that year. One vinyl, one cut, one sweet print, one color. And if they wasn't doing that, if you remember if you was around 2013 summer jam, everybody was wearing leather. I could not afford that. So either low ball or get the leather. And I was in the middle and it wasn't working. there. And it was like a whole year later that I caught me on the street. Oh, right. So I started with Sublimation. Vinyl right after that, the Sublimation thing. And then I have another inside vinyl where the shit started decorating.
Nah, definitely fun. To definitely look into Sublimation. Definitely. Because I'm not gonna lie, that's the first time I've been doing something like that. That's why.
It's funny you probably either own stuff or when it's more something.
True, I probably think it's a nice ass shirt. Like, yo, hey, boom. Who did it? You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny because when I started using it, I had no idea what it was. I just knew that it made my idea.
So, you started off also party promoting.
That's it. So, I mean, I like to have a good time. So, I remember I was one of those dudes that I didn't have a fancy laptop or Photoshop. I had paint, and I used to make crazy things like it would be me holding me up in my hand, or me looking in the mirror and I'm winking at myself. And I used to do that in my paint. I just had a vision. And I remember a guy that was a little older than me, he was a party promoter, and he wrote like, my boss would be great for a party. Why would I went to a party? It wasn't until I got older and somebody invited me to a party and I seen the potential, the fun, the money, and everything. Oh, this might work. And I was doing that right on the tail end of me going to school. Once I got to school, that's all I got. And at the same time, this crazy different thing. My mom was active duty military. 2005, 2009. She'll give me $500 a month. I'll never forget. $500 a month, and I try to get a car. Car was like $380 after everything. So I used to be like, I'll get it at the first, and it was like 16. I got to split that motherfucker at least 3 times before I pay my car. If I don't do it, I can't pay for the car. Mm-hmm. And it gave me discipline to figure it out. And that's when I just built all my money to put back in car. And then by the time came, I started taking clothing, then I moved from party promotion. I built the party from that built party to fashion show. I probably still did it from 2014 to now. And then just transition to it.
I just was looking at YouTube earlier, fashion show you did in, I think it was 2000, I think it was in November. Was it November?
November, yeah.
How did that go?
I posted in November. It was still October. Okay. It was in November. It was really, really good. And I did a video fashion show just recently too, but all my fashion shows are pretty good. I got a fashion show coming up next month. I'll tell you right now, one thing with your designer, you get clothes, you want to get a fashion show because it's cheap publicity, cheap market research. You go in, you can see how the models react. You can see how the crowd reacts. I got one shirt. All the models know about it. Now the whole crowd knows about it. If it's a university, the whole university knows about it. And then pictures, you get publicity. You get video. It's an easy way to get, content. Because everybody can't find a model. Casting calls, going shows. That made me. Fashion shows, mainly, and then public shows.
Easy way to kind of get yourself. It's an easy way to kind of get yourself out there, a little known for for people.
Especially speaking of pop-up shop, I also heard you have one as well.
So I let me tell you, anything I like, I keep singing. So I keep one that's called the Friday Man Pop-up. The Friday Man Pop-up shop every Black Friday weekend. And I like to give the platform to, like I said, if 1,000 people to come see me, and you got a brand, I think I'm going to the table, whatever. And now my 100,000 people come look at you. And I feel like that's the best way to, no matter what, I can make you a brand within a week and have a shop. So why not? I want to be able to teach us all that. You go to school and become there's no real way to be learned to be an entrepreneur. I feel like I can make my brand in this building, shoot it, sell it, and make content in 2 days. Easy. And I just want to, give that platform to people. Fashion show, I have other creatives, other brands. So now my fan base will see your stuff. I'll shop because they buy from me, but they buy from you as well.
So how much hate have you encountered throughout this whole? Because look, we all have it. We've all been there. We've all done. It's all happened to all of us.
Woo!
Like
I know. All right. So I've reached a point now that I won't which is actually a very scary point. Where I can understand. Like I'm at a crossroads. Like I could still be in my hood, but then I still could be ability because I'm in the middle. So I encounter it, but not direct. I'll know it's there. There'll be some funny shit, but no one will ever just come to some shit straight up to me. I'll see it. I'll know it's funny shit. But yeah, I don't really get the hatred, which I think is cool for your enemies to just identify themselves. But now, if it's not cool to hate me, then you get to stuff. Yeah, and now you got, and I hate it. Like, that I don't like. But at the end of the day, I can't really control that. I used to be up at night wondering who. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give you love. I'm gonna fight love. Only love kills war. So I give you love. If you hate me for that, you hate me for that. So the kind of spirit, what I can do.
So being that you've been in the closing game, you did the phone thing as well. Now you're in the closing game. You're in the closing game heavy. So my question to you that we always think even we encounter this. How many times that you got hit with the can I get the homie discount?
That was my next question.
Well, I mean, more so in the start than the end. At the start, everybody wants to start. I learned that you give the value to something. So I'll give discounts here and there, but I learned to calculate. No, one of my friends flat out told me, so whatever the price is, I'll pay. When you come in, I want to say I got this. So if it's $100 to $120, I'm going to tell you I want to. I don't go on the website. I don't go on the Instagram. So I don't know. Just tell me that. They're like, damn, cheaper than a buck. Then I also went in the store and the guy said, I'm gonna charge people. You told me 100, I'm gonna walk 15 on it. So when somebody comes, I can meet my man customer a bit better. But what I do now is instead of that, I'll have sales. Yeah. I think my sales is ending right now. 35% off in the spring. I'm like, you know what? I have Black Friday where I do 50% off and go from there. Anybody that really is waiting for that time, the high end sales be happening, Black Friday, people wait for that. All right, there's a way that you can participate. There you go. So that's what I do now. The whole stuff that you put on, that's what happens. You got to sort of chicken. You really got to do that.
Oh no, yeah, because I definitely asked that because even I know like me and him always encounter this, like like our brand, he's fleshed out with it right now.
Yeah.
Like we know you have people also like, how much is this, how much is that? You tell them the price is like, what's up, we boys that there. Like, a lot of people don't understand what goes into this business.
The cost, the labor. I reached a point where any black, not even black, but more so black, I'm gonna say, any black man tell me a price. My guy who did my floors, black man, dude I play ball with, whatever you cost, even if it sounds crazy, you get it. A guy that did the cameras, whatever it costs, go get it. The guy that did the big sign outside, whatever it costs, you go get it. And that's it. I'm not arguing. If it's not good, I just want to use you again. I can't do it. I'm going to use you again, but the price is the price. Yes. Because guess what? When it's my turn, my price, you better accept it. Absolutely. We put the value in. Once I got in the sneaker game, I realized that Nike, they both cost $15 to make it. We charge $200. I know what I cost to make my sneakers. I know what the upcharge be for stuff. At the end of the day, they decide what it is. Because those same sneakers, when they come out, and the outlet, that's it. And I've learned that your friends and your family, they still too inclined to get stuff, people privilege. They're the friends of friends. Those are the people that get. My mom, she just got hit because she seen me in the movie. She didn't want to pay for something. I'm like, I just pray, you don't have. When I needed you to pay for it, you didn't pay for it. Now you don't pay for it. So,
how much family members you got? Yo, cousin, yo, bro. How many times you were telling that?
90% of family do that. 90%.
But I know now, because they seen you, especially I know they know the brand. Yeah. I'm quite sure like you got your older friend, you got the artists taking pictures, videos and all that. So I'm quite sure they tell other friends, that's my cousin's drink, this, that, and the third. So how many times have you got hit up just on some, maybe a FaceTime like, yo, cousin, look, just to show off?
Oh, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie, it's really been bad. All right, the most recent, I've had someone press my mom. My mom was watching an interview with me. She's like, why are you watching Mugzy? We New York, so we're in the sun and something else. Nah, and that's my son. My mom FaceTimed me. I see the boy. I said, leave my mother alone, bro. What are you doing?
That's crazy.
I had a girl that was a friend of mine, and she's like, Well, I just went to see a cousin. He gave me a business card. Cousin. Yeah, all bunch of
Oh, damn.
someone pulled the cousin card to get a girl that had my stuff on because we had stuff on.
Wow.
I've had a dude be in an Uber wearing my stuff, and a girl had my stuff on, and we have a conversation, and he FaceTime me. Like, nothing. Hey, yo, bro. Oh, I'm in an Uber pool. Nothing these Uber pools. I'm in an Uber pool. And I'm like, all right, later. Like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, man.
I've had it. So it's been reaching at that point where people name drop. People really name drop. All that stuff.
All right, so we at the 30-minute mark. We about to take a break. If you're looking to get your own podcasting on the Evening Rush Network, this is how you do it.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Yo, we back. Me, Blacco, and Mugzy Mcfly. We are here. The mayor of the Bronx. Creative designer, not fashion designer. Creative.
Especially a little bit further than that.
Make too much stuff to be a fashion designer.
So you had the name the mayor. Who actually gave you that name? Who actually gave you for you the name?
The mayor.
You the mayor.
I'm gonna give my credit to my boy, Dan Brown. My whole promoter. I was in the party team first, and I used to go out with my friends, and I used to be a guy that had the clean license, I had to clean cars, cars. So I could get away with murder. So we all drunk black guys walking around the city, cop stop, like, oh. So I used to do that, and then like, come, do party, smoke, do this. I got your bottle, I got your section, I got your food, I got your gas, I got everything. I used to get treated great. Sometimes I didn't have to drive, like whatever. So I remember one night, we went up to the and we get back in the car, and he was like, man, no, I just realized we went to the club, we ate, we had the bottles, we had the bitches. What the fuck you think doing, the mayor? And I was like, she started laughing, but then coming after the mayor don't pay for shit in this. So that was a joke. So every time we went out, I was like, man, we out, man, and it was just us. I don't know. I be acting. How the hell you even know that? They just grew in the party scene and grew everywhere else. And the best nicknames are when they come from real life. So and I really do play politics at times. I really mess with all sides. If there's really a beat, I really make calls like what happened. And I know real politicians. It kind of fits. But the name was there person eventually.
I'll be known. Trust me, yeah.
I listened to an interview that with Kanye, and he said, I get it. Like, Kanye pretty much said, like, he becomes so successful to the point that when you go places, you don't even have to pay for anything.
Yeah, it's true. Like, it's really crazy. Like, someone will come to me, and they'll want to come buy something for me, like a hat, and they'll have a brand, and they'll read me something, and you came to buy, bro. But I always appreciate it, and I try to give people shine as much as they can until it gets to everybody. It's really, it just comes to that point where
That's a great thing.
Great feeling.
So now I have another question. Why? Okay, so being that you're from the Bronx, obviously, you stayed in the Bronx. What motivates you to stay here as opposed to, let's just say, taking your business out on the West Coast and living out on the West Coast?
Wow. LA is the only place I ever lived that I wanted to move. I mean, I've been to that I ever wanted to move to. But I thought about it, and what made me not do that is purpose. And I feel like the Bronx is the only borough left that hasn't been such gentrified. No, the other side of 95, the South Bronx is trying to do that right now.
Yeah, no.
Blue Towers and everything else, 10 minutes away from that. But everything else, and the thing I hate is that the Bronx doesn't get represented. I just put up a Benzo interview where he was at Mount. He lived across the street from Mount. He went to Mount. Dr. and Tommy Cutler from the Bronx, from here, right here. And it's the greatest fashion designer ever. and American basketball ever lived in the world, and no one really paid attention to it. Look at Clinton. No one paid attention to it. I want to give that back. I could go anywhere. I remember when I first did the brand, somebody told me to do a GoFundMe. And they was like, don't put the Bronx in one, you won't get it back. And put my hand. And that bothered me really bad. Like, I got to think which part of New York I'm from to get back in. So, no, I want to put Bronx on the map. Everything else is, I put up something today where it said, Bronx might be the only place that people that live there are actually from New York. Anywhere else you live, you move to Manhattan. That's just for sure. Facts. And if you don't live in Harlem, nobody really lives in Manhattan. Like, you're not supposed to. Like, what are you doing? So I want to, it's for the purpose. Like, let me bring back, this is, how the song goes, Bronx keeps creating it. That's a line that we get from you are the people, music, fashion. Why not? So, I feel like we are the actual spring. And everybody comes to buy it. Facts. I want my shit untouched, unstepped on. So from the source, right here in the source.
And speaking of, Rellz just, he just brought the whole, West Coast thing. Now, recently, well, not recently, on IG, I've seen you and Jim Pitts. Yeah. That's another guy that's from uptown who does all the fitted hats and stuff like that. I ain't got it on, I'm just saying on fitted hats. I don't know. I seen y'all was on the West Coast. LA, I think I went to Knit store. Yeah, he did. He had the, and I seen Jay Pitts also had a sell out with his hat. Do y'all do joint ventures with each other?
This was kind of like one of my best friends ever. Like, he was one of my childhood friends. When I told you this story about Polo with the gun, he was with me and him. And it's so funny. And it wasn't until I looked back and looked how we both was on this journey to the time, like alongside each other. He was doing music first, and I was doing parties. Everybody was doing entertainment. And then we went into the COVID. And right before COVID, which was like when we both kind of reached another level, we got to talk about it. COVID hit, we think it was effective. We actually did pretty bad. So we do pop-ups together. Okay. We have a concert series called Uptown Bound, that's underground, unsigned artists, which I probably did this artists again. March 31st, we used to do it at the store, and then we do hat flip. Like our hat right there in the middle of the range, that's a flip. And we're actually about to restock it, that color and a red color. And that's going to drop at Uptown Bound the 31st. Nice. Yeah, that's like my man. So we do a lot of things. And it's honest. We're both from Uptown. My place on 238. This is on 215. We drove this whole white place road.
I know. I'll be seeing y'all. That's what I told him. I was like, yo, I see the orange truck all the time.
Yeah. I really don't like to collab. But I only put I know it's mom. We completely comfortable. We travel. The last 2 years, we travel everywhere. So that's my brother. So I like to be honest. It's not always about the money. I want to be able to give the hood back the feel and everything. And he's been so good.
If you could pick one celebrity to represent your brand, like on a global scale.
I think a lot of people, when I was coming up, of course, I do Kanye. I love Kanye today. Of course, Kanye. Far-fetched now, but I feel like as someone that's not as calculated but still flamboyant and can pull off the girly stuff, bad stuff, the baggy stuff, pretty stuff, raw talent-wise. I love ASAP. I love Rihanna. She is my favorite. And the thing about it, you know what it is? You know what also made me connect with her? Because growing up, I've gone to the big basketball championship at Madison Garden. I've gone to the movies at I've been invited to events. I've met her a couple of times unofficially, just taking pictures. It's funny, I wasn't there. I went to that. It's a little bit different. I mean, keep it. Iman, no bees. No bees. And now it's just the children are beautiful, and nothing like that.
Yeah, he'll take pressure by later.
From New York, I love you when you was on the Knicks. I love that was the best Knicks team ever to me. Anyway, but you feel me? So it's a different vibe with her. Like she's really it. Like her, Cardi, those are people that I feel are really from the neighborhood. We can have conversations about sneakers and what we were doing at the time. We might cross that. So I respect that. I don't know as much about the other upbringing. In fact, I didn't know his crew and stuff like that going on. And Kyrie's in Chicago. So I feel like her, like a jet fly, like nobody remember, like Tiana Taylor had the best Super 616 on the MTV. I think the best in that.
I remember that.
She's always been in my life from that. I love ASAP. I love ASAP the night of Fashion Night Out and Drake night. I love it from that. I knew Tiana before the hype. Yeah, so she's a real legend.
That's definitely a shot. Another thing you got yourself into, and which is very impressive, especially coming from somebody from the Bronx, up and coming, you did about about yourself and all that. The Grammy gift bag. How did that come into play?
So that was some friends in my places that had offered it to me last year. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm in it now. It's supposed to be April 3rd, so I get interviews every once in a while. I didn't post all of them because I'm kind of tired of posting interviews all the time. Did NBC Memphis like last week. I'm doing NBC Vegas Thursday. We'll be talking about all this stuff. It'll be cool. But last year I did a gift card. This year, all fees and everything was waived because they love me, and I'm giving them some tough ass because I think celebs. Some people would do that, more so like the BTs and like CBS and like TV. Some people I probably never knew. But some high names, my clothes are high name products right now that I don't know. But the hat, everyone's been physically with that. And I feel that the hat is so good that you will with it. Different markets, right? That is the business.
And the atmosphere was great for you. That was just something new.
It was just like to feel like you made it. To see my name on extra. Like my mom used to be in the bed and my mom was watching that extra. Like it just didn't. It still doesn't register when I watch it. Wow. Why are you saying
You're a humble man. It's hard to stay humble in the industry like this.
You know what it is? I feel like as long as you do it. If I went to LA, when I went to LA, like everybody's talking about what they do and what they do and what they do and what they do. Like, all right, that's some of it. That's what you're born. Let's go cut ass. Let's go fun. They're all that. And even if and the thing about LA, you can't tell who's doing and who's not doing. There's a lot of people that like chat and do fucking in New York, and you can kind of see it. You know who's the stand-up guy. People say they have podcasts, whatever. Y'all came through with the setup, ready, whatever. Everything is elite. You know who's who. Some people, they don't. Some people put shit together in a group, but they make it happen. Some people don't make shit happen. And I've learned to know who to tell you, remind me. You always on top of them. Like, all right, yeah, I know who's who. I love to have you. I have a friend. I love to have you in the podcast. All right, tell me the date. We just got to party. Oh, I'll let you know. Now tell me right now. Let's do it right now.
I've been on it since day one.
Let's go. Let's go right now.
I've been on it since day one with you.
All right, and then they'll see me be on the news, get the blue check. I know what's good. Told you already. I can tell you no now because it's up. But come on, like don't play.
Like when he told me, he's like, "Yo, we got Mugzy on." I'm like, "Yeah, who?" He's like, "Yeah, Mugzy." I said, when I said who that, like I didn't know who he was. I knew who he was. I probably want a grand. You know what I'm saying? And we know some people. So I'm sitting there like, "Yo, we got who?" I'm like, "You bullshit." He's like, "Nah, bro, I'm dead. We got this." I'm like, "You bullshit." It took no lie. Took the other day. I was just like, "Yeah, he really got my thing." Like, and it hit because it's like, yo, we from the Bronx, you from the Bronx. We up and coming. We trying to get, where you at. So it's just like right now, even though interview is like an interview, it's also like a class.
But I tell people like everything is on the value in it. And the simple fact that y'all play about y'all shit and everything was like, all right, and you made Detroit on Brittany.
Yeah, shout out to Detroit.
Definitely. Yo, I'm like, all right, whatever. But I'm not gonna lie, I would have answered you with that. They only did it anyway. But that was just icing on the cake. I just did it with like people. I don't know who say. People will say this. I'm like, all right, let me know. But you didn't flash anyway. So you came to me first. Let me say right now. All right, you wrote me immediately. Like, oh, all right, he's not playing. People write me, all right, 3 days. I'm like,
and I always periodically check.
So me now.
Because even one conversation we had, he was like, I was like, yo, it's the 21st. He was like, what day is that? I'm like, yo, it's next Monday. He was like, yo, I'm not good with days.
Yo, like, I do not know days unless it's Sunday. Like, I don't know the days of the week. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. And also, this is what, like, you see me in Texas traveling. This is the first time I think I didn't leave New York since November. I'm not flown out in 2 months, not reached, and I haven't flown out. So I was like, no. I'm not sure if I'm engaged with you, I'm gonna cut everything else.
And what I appreciate about you the most is you don't let the blue check change him. You know, I reach out to him in the DM and he responds back.
I answer like it's my text message. I don't like even I'm paranoid right now. People DMing me and I'm not answering. It bothers me. Like I don't ever want to be that guy. I'm not gonna lie. There's people honestly that is just like they're not gonna stop. They're annoying. I have a guy writing me, sending me his number like call me. I need to talk to you about something. Wow. And he's like, you could write right here. What do you mean? Like, I'm not calling you. Give my personal number for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, for what? Like, let's preach. And then if people I want to work and this, and I'll throw it. Like, I tell anyone out there that wants to work, yeah. All right, you want to come meet? I'm gonna tell you, hit me 2 days before, and we set a time. You don't come? Tell you, I'm not doing all this thing long. I know when I'm gonna be here. I know that if you hit me that morning, I'm gonna make sure I'm there for you.
So you actually got employees?
Right now I have one. Because I wanted to like kind of make it the studio only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
I model that off of RSB, that Virgin, like we own in Chicago, because you can only go there on an appointment or it's open.
Okay.
So I want to like make it more exclusive. Right? But if one of my guys hit me like I'm gonna fit for tonight, I'll pull up. I want them to be restricted like that. I don't touch my family like that. Or I don't know. I don't want to be one of those children walking by and nobody knows. You need clear. This is gonna ring. I'm gonna see your face at the door. But why not? It brings
you got to.
And then like if y'all here, no one else can shop. You come to shop, it's your time. I got these sneakers to match them up. All right, let me dress them. So it's real. And if it's not me, she's probably a nicer person to work with than you. She got style. She'll talk to you. Make a girl. I'd rather ask. I don't want to be in there with some hurry come by. No. Sit down, get some water, shit. Do stay in the Henny in the fridge, whatever. Chill, get you a nice little flask and drink and sit it out. It's cool. It's all about the feeling, the energy. I think regular retailers do that. Like you walk in the store, hey, hi, man, help you special 20%. No. Come chill, whatever. Music gonna be playing, vibes, whatever. Nice day.
So I got a question on the business side of things now, of course, because you said you graduated with an accounting degree. How has the accounting degree helped you in terms of keeping the finances with your business?
So what I learned is money. I don't care about your money, boy. I don't want to care about your money. I don't want to talk about speed, boss, $100K. No, but me, let me account for my stuff. Because you know what I learned? That I don't care. I'm a good bad job. I'm never asking y'all what you're going to ask me in a podcast, in an interview, live, TV, none of that. Because if it's about me, the subject about me, fashion in this world, or creating, I got it already. It's just a conversation. I don't need, same way I talk to y'all, same way I talk live on LA News or whatever. And it don't matter. I know the subject is me and what I do, I can speak about it. I just keep it honest,
Feet on the store. Like you say, everybody come shop there. Hope y'all heard that. Y'all come shop, get your shit, Also had a store in the Galleria.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
So I closed the cloud control on December 31st. COVID hit it pretty hard the first time. And a lot of cool things happened. Macy's came out, CF came out, and other businesses came out. It's kind of this. Now I've learned. I actually went to the mall because reassurance, because I'm not a really self-promoter. I don't like to I'm Mugzy this and that. Like, you know all the stuff about me already. I'm like, oh, cool, that's great. Even here, if you drive by, you see something. You stop. I got the biggest sign. That's it. Only down to 223rd. That's it. I look. I made sure. I look. I'm like, all right, she got a nice sign. But otherwise than that, I know. You see that orange door, orange Jeep, it speaks for itself. And you know. If you don't know, I've seen it before. That's how I promote. That's the only reason the truck is orange. I don't want to put a bunch of logos all over it. You don't know the orange truck. So, with the store, it was like I'm in the mall, so I don't like promote people. I walk by like, ooh, I'm gonna make it stand out. And I wanted to, clout control. Clout is like the influence on like culture and the pull you have. I want to control it, and then the narrative. Everybody takes our swag and sends it back there. Now, if I have somewhere in their place, and with all of us able to meet that, because nobody could have sold my that. So that was the plan for the store. But a lot of brands in the mix through COVID, so it got kind of top heavy for my brand, which I didn't want it to be 80% my brand. So I was just like everybody else. So it just got to a point where, like, if I'm going to focus on me, I'm not going to get my block.
And also, you know, out of all the malls, we made you choose the gallery over Big Blacco.
Okay,
That's a good question. I didn't even think
so
about that.
one, that is all completely a financial and relationship. Okay, one malls have very strict. If mall open up 7 stores, it's like the heaviest for the time. I got my 3 hours. That was I need to. So, and Bay Plaza, the strip is old school. You know, the inside mall, right? We only have like one vacancy on the top floor, and price of it is like chicken wings. My favorite mall, honestly, is Coast County going up. It's a big fan. You know it.
No,
boy, I have no money to be in there, but I love that place. Shit, that's
Came out of that.
Listen, man, yo, you understand? Y'all know about the Dragons Den in Cross County back in the day. Y'all don't know nothing.
You don't know shit. But no, I love Cross County. They have no vacancies. The price is a little bit better. I actually end up, and this is why you keep people good. I had a customer that bought a headband. I didn't know him. He was big, dude, straight with me. I'm like, you want me to bring it to him? Told him that, started bringing him orders all the time. He order a lot. Comes out of nowhere after I order. Matter of fact, no. Comes, he hits me, from the fashion. He touch a bunch of people. His man had a fight at my event. I go outside, leave my event, make sure everybody's good, the girls that he's with is good, and one of them ends up with a shorty, whatever. He went fast. He's like, yo, remember, a month past, he's like, yo, Galleria is going to pop up. I don't know if you're into that. He's like, they gonna want me to pay for some shit. I'm gonna come back. Like, yo, 2 tables on them. Lo and behold, I find out the girl that I was there to kill her to the fight is the specialty Lisa in the role. And she fucked with me to fuck with his stuff, and offer me the table, prime real estate, sitting in the mall, and when I go on trips, I can't make money because I can't sell. I need to spend everything. Same time, before I even got too far, just asking a question, like, if I don't want to be in the mall, why talk to somebody? Cool. All right, car. My pocket. I shopped around here for all the prices, but like, they're going cheap. Especially before COVID, it was even more expensive. All right, and there was no vacancies at the time. Damn. I need to move from small business where I'm always having head to big business where I have employees and I can make money in my sleep. That's real wealth. Generally. Your wealth is what you make sleeping in your bed without jamming. So, because if we go out, if we have to work for everything, that's what we enjoy. So I was like, okay, I'll double back on her. Whatever the price was, she probably took like 40% off for me. And I was like, what about more hours? I knew that about that. All right, cool. So, and I grew up, I did grow up in the jail at first. And I was like, you know what? Since I am a grown brand to venture outside, I just honest feedback. Because I have a shirt there, someone comes, oh, what's this? And I won't say my brand. And I come over to and look at everybody, man. You can see, I like a multi-clear brand. They'll pick up, say, oh, I like it. A little white boy, 6 years old. Oh, this is what I want. He gets in my head there. And like, oh, a little Billy, I appreciate that, But it's honest, and I like that, And it's just, it's actual market research. I think the whole experience is market research.
You do every brand yourself? Like, you sit down and, you zone out in your zone. You do every piece yourself, or you have people that do it for you?
So, this brand is completely random. The studio, I have one person that comes in and just check. I tell her shit's done. I tell her to go put shirts, the other thing, even my brand. Design-wise, I had one design that would have done by me. Okay. And I was airbrush artist and didn't do the designs. It took a little long to produce. So I cut it out, found a way to make it myself. It just continued like that. Everything else here, I made myself.
Speaking of fashion, you just brought airbrush up. I remember at a time, especially back in 2004, 2005, when airbrush is heavy. Is that game still, there, or has it died down?
Well, the thing about fashion, I believe everything. Okay. Every single thing we teach, and that's why that camera goes in and out. It goes in and comes back out. So the airbrush thing is actually like last Foot Locker. I went to a Foot Locker event, and they had the airbrush thing. Like fashion, I'm not gonna lie. One thing with me, I've been in the photo. That's one thing I've always been asked for that I don't do. I just ask for. I could always connect them with them, like the actual thing. Like if I could do it like them. But now that I watch Shone work, that's important. It's just writing the name now. I just get a nice writing the name.
Airbrush is a big thing. Remember, I remember people putting on their sneakers. Yeah.
But the thing about it now is that back then, you might know $1. Yeah. One. Now, so many people make clothes. The price I'm gonna charge you to make you an actual. If I'm putting on a machine, it takes hours. I'm doing the airbrush. It takes time.
It takes hours, yeah.
It takes hours, and she uses stencil. She gets that, but regular freehand, you're not gonna pay me up. It's not about the material cost. It's the time. Mm-hmm. So the material, the time, and all that. You're not paying for the time. I'm not doing it. Okay. So now I want to eventually have let's collab, and I'm gonna pay you for a day. Having it all the time.
So as we close out, what advice would you want to give somebody who wants to get into the clothing business?
Number one, well, I got a lot of advice. Number one, you are coming in this for money. You need to love it. Well, matter of fact, if you come in for money, you can. Just know that that's what you're here for. You love this, forget about the money. You have to love spending too. Number one, the best advice I kind of came up with this later in my life. Treat this like college. Go to college for 4, 3, 5 years. And that is what you do. Learn and have an internship with you. Treat the brand like that. Learn the market. Make stuff. I don't like running. I don't like some mission. I love sweet. I love embroidery. I love injection. It's really. Sorry. Don't go to that yet. Not yet. This is master's degree. Don't go to that yet. So learn. Make a mistake. Because I could tell you something, and you never get it. I know people that have vinyl and they never get something right. How? They never get experience with it. Cool. Live off that. But not me. I can tell. That's why I learned that all the influential quotes are short and sweet because they don't want to give you a whole story. Everybody's path is different. They just give you the mindset and like include little treasure chests, little gems to figure it out. Treat it like school. Treat your brand, your journey, anything you want to do. Podcasting, 3-4 years. If you could dedicate 3-4 years of learning and getting better every semester, every year. 3 to 4 years. I'm testing it. 2013 I started. 2016 I dropped the dad hat, and then I've never went back. It took me 3.5 years to actually catch subscribing. Like I ain't asking money for nothing. I don't rely on no party. I don't need the party money. I'm good. It's just the brand. The brand pays for the brand.
How frustrating did you get in those first 3 years?
Oh my God. Boy, you know what's funny? First one, I was like, yeah. I'm supposed to do this COVID shit. 2 days later, some dude I never. I just had the website. Never sold nothing. I'm supposed to do this. Like people bought stuff around. No one online. And it wasn't enough. I'm supposed to do this brand shit. 2 days later, some dude and I know him. I know his name. And one day I'm gonna just give him like everything because you saved me, bro. I'm like, all 5 shirts. I'm looking at. I went with those shirts. You completely about how long it took me. So all last year before. That's crazy. And that's what it did. And every time I hit those bumps, I did job interviews and so on. I remember my last job. No, matter of fact, before I started that, the job and coming back. Took my interview clothes to the back of the closet. Like, he was not coming out. Told my mom, like, listen, give me 2 years. Took 3. Like, I just,
She respected the shine and the hustle.
Actually, I ain't gonna lie, she did it. Oh, she was like, shit. Like, you have to get up out my house if you're not paying the bills. So them party promotions, all that stuff started flipping here and there, like fashion shows and stuff. But at the end of the day, I kind of learned what I lived by was like, if I don't make a sale, I can't like spend money on this, spend money on that. So I used to get big a good supply of money to cook. That's all you have to do. If I really want to go out and do other things, if I don't have a sale today, either you hunt to eat, you kill to eat. If I didn't kill, and that kind of deal. And it also makes you learn what would you do for money if you sell. Because some people just accept the shit. And I know that I was 10 toes down. That's why I'm able to say humble and cool, because I know how low it can fucking get. I know. I've been there. I didn't skip no steps. None of these people were paid to wear these things. Not one. Not one. It's, Jim hit me. I've been designing him and Mano Lobby Boy stuff. Shout out Mano, that's my guy.
That's crazy. I've definitely been seeing it.
Yeah,
I've definitely been. I'm a huge Mano fan.
Yeah, so. That's my guy, man. I fuck with Mano. It's funny. First time I see Mano in the club, yeah, that's funny. Once I met him, the coolest guy ever, man. I ain't gonna lie.
But no, I mean, speaking of sneakers, what made you sit down and figure out that design that's gonna go with?
All right. So I always wanted to do sneakers. So I made the slides first up. Like, it's easier to get me some kind of footwear stuff. I actually made heels first before sneakers, but it's only a step. The thing about me is that I really care about the fashion. I like to say that I design for myself, and I hope you like it. Okay. But I can't wear heels. Yeah, I won't wear heels. I know the world now. I don't wear heels, so I can't try those out. So I don't know what it fits like. And I only hear girls word of mouth. And every girl walks differently in heels. So I went with sneakers, and I got the Balenciaga speed training, the sock joint, one Christmas. And yeah, that was the first inspiration. And I was like, yo, it was that, of course, an Air Max and something else. I forgot the other joint. And I was like, yo, the idea of it being so like futuristic, comfortable, and so much things to do with it, like you'll see it and you know it. And there's other people that have and brands that make stuff like that now. And people sensitive to the mixed with the complete. Like, I'm gonna do it black. Okay, black goes with everything. Do the orange accents to show me my switches on the back, my logo on the side, and then that cage is reflective because I like to party. And if I go to party, the lights is dancing, people have it on the watch. Oh, wow. It's like you interact with it. Yeah, I love it. All my sneakers have certain reflective. Also testing with the economy because he likes to do that and stuff like that. But that was for like what I really want to do is like, all right, there's the guy who wears regular basketball sneakers. And he might not, go high fashion. There's a high fashion guy, but then it's better than me. So you come up here, you come down here. Yeah, I'm outside, I can wear that to be comfortable at any temperature that I'm out in the face. And that's what I'm gonna do that. That's what inspired that. And then also I played off of Jordan because Jordan colorway of sneakers. Not OG enough to know that. We used to tell you only can wear the OG Jordan. So this is black and red, white and red. So I was like, my Jordan colorway is black and orange. Orange is my color. And then Easter, so I dropped that in October because of my birthday. Instead of doing Christmas, I get more attention. I got it in October. And then the white one, Jordan, white and blue, white and blue. I did more New York type blue for Easter. Everybody gets that. That's a New York thing. Maybe it's just a New York thing. I don't know if LA guys do that. But that was it. It was Christmas, fall, go back to school, and Easter. That's what it was.
All right, so we're going to close out. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And once again, we appreciate you for coming on the show. Definitely, bro. Definitely. And hear that, Blacco? And that's a special from us, 2920. Thanks to Blacco, by the way, for actually figuring out your favorite color was orange. I'll give him that. We, at 2920, like to offer you a shirt.
Yes, of course. We're about to get hot. We about to get outside. I also want to help you out with anything you need. Oh, good blank. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Listen, I have a problem. When I get clothes, I get in the nitty gritty. So definitely. I appreciate you guys. Beautiful interview. I don't think I ever had a live interview like this in a long time.
No, we appreciate you being on the show, definitely. Once again, let's shout out to sponsors before we go. 2920 Clothing, Sayings by Butter, Bobby D Customs, CSD Contracting Services, Peace, Love, and Light, I Am Her Creations, Linden Coin, Laundromat, and Rhinestones in a Box. So once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Once again, a special shout out to Mugzy Mcfly, and we out. Have a good night, y'all.
All right, y'all.